Yes, guys, welcome back to SFeatleyTV. We're here for a highlights, reaction, and rating show. Right here, where Arsenal have won on the day 5-0 against Nottingham Forest. Come on, you.
Ordeal, chance. Balotelli, Aguero. Premier League champions 2016, Leicester City.
Hope to see you soon. Well done. Bye bye.
Brazil, Giroud again. Joe Wilson. Here's Gerrard. That's a great strike. McCracken getting closer. To the centre. It's Bergkamp. That's magnificent. Van Persie arriving. Oh, what a goal! What a goal by Robin Van Persie!
Yes, guys, welcome to SFeatleyTV. We're here for our highlights, reaction, and rating show for Arsenal's game against Nottingham Forest, where we turned out 5-0 on the day, on my birthday as well, right? Lovely birthday present, right? Loving life. And Natstar, how are you?
Yeah, good, mate. Good. Wasn't quite the result I expected, but I can't complain. Not today. I can't complain.
No, I wasn't expecting it either, but there you go. Can't complain. Manny, my bro, how you doing?
I'm pretty good. I mean, I missed the first half because duty called, obviously, but glad I came for the second. And I hope that you two boys will agree that I was a good omen today.
Yeah, we'll see how that pans out.
2 out of 3, we say yes.
Since when did this become a frigging democracy?
We don't live in a democracy.
Not in my world. Anyway, yeah, so obviously looking at Arsenal's, I'll go back to Arsenal's lineup for this game, and he went with the same sort of way round that he's been before, if I'm not mistaken. So obviously we turned out final winners in the end, but he originally started with Tommy on the left again, Gabriel in the middle, who I stressed I didn't really want, Ben White on the right, then the usual three of Odegaard, Thomas, and Xhaka, and the front three of Saka, Jesus, Martinelli. Nastar, what did you think of the lineup coming out against Nottingham Forest?
I'm not going to lie, when I first saw it, I thought it was going to be kind of same old, which is why I didn't initially expect us to batter Forest, especially from our previous performance against PSV, especially, you know, like with Tomiyasu being at left back. For me personally, I don't think that's the way forward, because you're better off having a left back who's actually a left back, even with Zinchenko out, rather than Tomiyasu. Tomiyasu for me is a centre back. Ben White's been doing brilliantly at right back. Everything else, even Odegaard, I mean, like, yeah, he scored, but let's be honest, like, this is pretty much his level. I think he scored all of his Premier League goals against newly promoted sides, Fulham, Bournemouth, and Forest today. Yeah, that's a fact. And then Jesus, he didn't play badly, but again, it's another game where he's not scored, especially in the Premier League. So, but overall, we did well enough. And then Reece Nelson, as we'll get on to later, great performance. Great fucking performance.
Yeah, Manny, what did you make of it?
Well, obviously, I didn't see the first half, but the second half was when we sort of shone. I did actually come on and hear quite a few snippets about the first half where it was basically a case of, Saka getting injured. And again, Arteta coming in rightly for criticism for his management of the player. And also for Gabriel Magalhaes showing signs of what you call the bozo gene, where he very nearly made a mistake that was punished, only to be bailed out by a fellow colleague. And of course, although we were ahead at the half, I could tell from the from the tone that it was anything but comfortable. So for the team to turn it on in the second half was amazing. And it didn't really surprise me in a way, Stephen, that Arteta opted to go for an unchanged lineup from our last Premiership win. Although I had hoped he would make a few tweaks, but clearly he had faith in the same starting lineup that had served him well. And that's sort of how it proved. But it's a case of all's well that ends well, and I think Nat can agree with me that Kieran Tierney's future could very well be in doubt. But aside from the negatives, it was certainly a 5-star second half performance, and we certainly put the game to bed and tore them to shreds. And we also proved that, notwithstanding their win over Liverpool, where they overachieved, Nottingham Forest have shown that they do not have the cohesion or the maturity or anywhere near the level of guile required to survive in the Premiership. And they do look set to go down. So, top against bottom, for me, it might not necessarily have been the straightforward. I was expecting a fairly straightforward 2-0 win. So, to get a 5-0 win, I think is extremely satisfying. But again, it's another reminder. As much as we have a right to celebrate this win, we also have a right to say, look, let's have a few glasses of champagne, keep the rest on ice. We've got a job to do on Thursday, another one on Sunday, and we go again next week. Simple as that. And with Saka injured, we are starting to climb that gum tree. Believe you me.
Yeah, Saka's injury was a standout for me. But looking into the game, I was surprised he went with Tommy on the left again. Like, it may work in like a specific game like Liverpool did, but like it didn't work last week. It wasn't really working this week even, to be fair. Martinelli was having no... The only reason Martinelli was getting freedom at the beginning of the game was because everyone was worried about Saka on the right hand side with Ben White. Right? Because Saka was managing to get the space because Ben White was overlapping. Everyone... the whole defensive line shifts towards the right. Right? And as doing so, they lose track of Martinelli. So that's the reason for the first goal. But if you look further on in the game, the Tommy Asu thing wasn't working at all, to be fair. Nelson, I believe, came on for Saka, and I think every Arsenal fan probably would have said, Nelson's coming on, right? Nelson's better than Ketia. Facts. I don't want to hear any bullshit. They're at least on the same level, and if not, Nelson is better. Because he's turned up, not had a minute on the pitch. Not a minute of Premier League game. Not 1 minute. Right? And bagged a brace. Right? Completely changed our right hand side. Completely, because everyone thought when he came on, don't have to worry about him. Even Nottingham Forest started thinking that. You could tell by the way they were playing. Right? So Nelson was like, look at this, I've got all three in the world. Right? And the way he used it was quality. Right? And then, by which point Nottingham Forest started reacting to it, it was already too late. The damage was done. And by that point, Nottingham Forest had to go further attacking, right, further forward to try and get something out of the game, right, which left them wide open. So for me, it all hinged on the fact that Nelson, and to be fair, like I said in the watch along, I thought, oh my god, here we go. Like, we've got Saka off and Nelson on. I don't think if you start him with this, I don't think he's going to do it every single game. Don't get me wrong. But when's the last time Nketiah done anything in the Premier League? Oh wait, you've got to consider last season before you start thinking of something. Right? Unless you count shots on target as something. He's only bad what? I mean, the following game, for example, 5 shots on target. Any one of those, I could have been attached to my pump. I could have been knocked out on fucking Probable, right? And still like anaesthetic, and I've still fucking scored them. Right? That's how simple they were. Jesus again with another sitter was alarming, because that should have been 6. That should have been 6. But overall, like I said, we can't have too much to complain about like the game itself. Gabriel in one pass proved what I was saying yesterday on someone else's show, that he needs to be dropped, because he is not putting the same level of output as everyone else is at the minute in that back line. Right? In one pass. It's not a Joe Gomez one where he's not even looked and he's just gone that way past the ball. Right? He's turned round, looked at the fucking defender, obviously thought the kit was from this season instead of actually the kit was the same design as last season, right? And passed the fucking ball to him. He couldn't have laid it off any fucking better if he tried. Part of me was thinking, is he wearing a Nottingham shirt underneath him? Like, has he been paid? Because I'm sorry, that was diabolical. How you can even look at an attacker and go, here you go, have a free shot. Like, but apparently, Gabriel don't need to be dropped, and because we're top of the league, we can't criticise. Apparently, right? Because I'll tell you what, if Nottingham Forest had scored in that game, would have been 5-0. I can tell you that, it would have been a completely different story. Completely different story. Right? You do that against Man City, could you imagine him doing that to Erling Haaland? Erling Haaland. This is what I want people to understand when I mean Gabriel needs to be dropped to get his performances level back up. I'm not saying sell the fucker, like Holding, right? He needs to be dropped to get his performances up. Because if he does that against Man City with Erling Haaland as their striker, mate, fuck losing to 1-0 or 2-0. We're getting pipe 6 or 7. Because Haaland will do that. Quite happily. So, yeah, I mean, Natstone, what did you make, I mean, do you think I'm speaking the truth here, or I'm just talking breeze?
No, for the most part, you're pretty much spot on. Like, Gabriel has been a concern of mine even before like the start of this season. Do you know what I mean? Like, look, I'll celebrate this victory today. Don't get me wrong, but we got bigger tests to come.
It's my birthday. I've got a big win.
Yeah, no, of course, but like,
nice that
yeah,
he's got a big win. Nice way to celebrate your birthday. You made great points. I agree. Probably else to this drop.
Yeah, he does. He does need to be dropped. 100%. Like at the end of the day, mate, I'd probably personally take it a step further that we need to start looking to replace him. If not in January, then definitely at the end of the season, like in the summer. But again, what this proved today is that even when it's comfortable, the Bozo gene, it just kicks in. When even Erdegaard had a better performance today. Even Erdegaard. And he played the whole 90 minutes as well. That tells you everything. Everything. Even Nketiah with that, you know, because he was only on for like 15, 20, 25 minutes, whatever. Even he had a better performance. Didn't do a huge amount, but didn't do too much wrong either.
He said he didn't do a huge match in 15, 20 minutes. But in the space of 20 minutes, Reece Nelson made it from 1-0 to 3-0.
There you go. There you go.
So,
Like I just got to say, like, yeah,
Hey,
I just got to say very quickly, yeah, right. Reece Nelson, for me, is levels above Nketiah, and today proved it. No one can tell me that Eddie Nketiah, whether he's on 100k a week or not, is better than Reece Nelson. Because if he was even remotely that good, he would not only have at least scored today, which he didn't, he would have at least had a far more impactful performance than he did even in the 25 minutes. Because that game is a perfect game to get a brace, to get a goal, to boost your confidence, which he did for pretty much the whole team, bar a few individuals that we've already mentioned, of course. But again, he couldn't do it. And what I want to see going forward for Zurich and especially even for Chelsea next weekend, right? I don't want to see Nketiah playing on the wing. If he does come on against Chelsea, it has to be up front or don't bother. Literally just don't fucking bother. And even though the only big team he performs against is Chelsea, always just to prove a point. You know, he did that last season and the season before. But I don't think it's going to be as straightforward this time around because, yes, Chelsea got battered, but I think Graham Potter was a bit confused about what team he was managing. I think it was one of them cases, but best believe Chelsea will turn up. Chelsea will turn up, they will play better, they will perform better, and Potter will have a plan. Best believe he will have a plan. And a lot of these fringe players, these questionable players, even Erdegaard, they have to fucking perform. No matter how much they're on, here's the thing. No one is safe from criticism in my eyes. I will criticise Tierney. I will criticise Gabar9, you know, because he's the only player that I gas up in this whole squad because of the ceiling for me. Like, he's definitely Real Madrid Barca quality in the next few years. And he still hasn't signed the contract, which is very telling. And he's on less money than Eddie Nketiah, which is even more telling, you know. So we've got a few issues to sort out, especially in January. But if we keep the consistency going and we get the right results as well, it won't be too bad. But too many of our fan bases, you know, guys, and I'm sure you can all agree on this, get way too complacent with results like this. As good as it looks on paper, we're going to come up against bigger and better challenges and tests, especially after the World Cup, even these 2 games before the World Cup, and then going into next year. Crunch time, boys.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I don't want to take too long with this because obviously I want to get some rest. There's other people I've also got other commitments to as well that I wanted to have as well. So obviously we can't. I mean, there's great and this is the thing, guys. Anything that doesn't get taken up, we'll relay it in the Arsenal gossip column at another time during the week. Because there will be Arsenal gossip columns to show during the week to talk about these things. I mean, Manny, for you, who is your star man out of today? I just want to get everyone's star man before we go into the ratings and get that done. And then once that's done, I can put in chillax, to be fair.
Only one choice. 24-carat magic himself, Reece Nelson. 2 goals, and I believe he also had an assist for the Thomas Partey screamer, so you cannot look beyond him. And he came on as a substitute, mind you, and bear in mind that when Saka went off, we were all fearing the worst. He came on. The number 24 on his jersey served him well. 24-carat gold.
Yeah, okay. Natstar, do you agree, or do you got someone else in mind?
Oh, yeah, no. It's only Reece Nelson for me. And he played long enough where he definitely deserved it. Because outside of him, maybe Martinelli, but you're struggling, innit? You know, because, most of them played well, but yeah, Reece Nelson for me.
Granit Xhaka was his usual best. For me, it's the shock of the performance, to be honest. I was shocked that sort of performance came out of him. That's what really got me. That's what really got me. By the way, please, if you are in the chat, smash the like, smash that share button as well. Right, more people that watch is more money raised for the charity. So please do hit that like and share button and get some and help get more people watching. The ones who are watching, big up to all of you. I absolutely appreciate you all tuning in. So, right, we'll go into the player ratings then, since we're cleared up on that note. So yeah, I can hopefully then it should be about 40 minutes, and then that should be good enough review because like there's also there's other stuff I want to do before the football, for the F1. So I want to chill out a bit and enjoy the birthday. Well, it's nice sometimes doing a watch along on your birthday, but then it takes up a lot of your time. So I'm just trying to get these players down. So we start again. But you see how low their performances against PSV. 3, 4. That's how poor they were. And then we're gonna go Ben Shite. Sorry, Ben White, Tommy Asu. Right, Ramsdale. And I'm gonna start with Manny.
I'd say a 6. Didn't really have too much to do.
Yeah.
Certainly didn't
Standard
have
6.
any hair-raising moments. Yep,
Yeah,
easy 6.
I'm gonna give. I was gonna say. I will give
Takehiro Tomiyasu.
Natstar. Tomiyasu.
Tomiyasu.
The Arsenal samurai.
I would say 6. I think he was okay, but I don't think he was more than that, and I don't think he was bang average either. Do you know what I mean? He won't really do
to me, to be fair. But there you go. Mate, you're cool. You're cool.
Either way, 6-5. If it's 5, that's
Yeah.
fair enough. You know, but I don't think he was worse than bang average.
Saliba did his job. I think he did his job today. Like 7, 6. I think 7, maybe 6. I don't know. I'd say 7. What about you guys?
Yeah, I agree with that.
You're cool.
Alright,
7.
cool. Gabriel. Or Gabriel.
Gabri bloody hell. I'll take this one since you boys have already gone.
4.
Look, obviously that errant pass certainly
Mate,
summed up what a lot of
it's
people
not the
think of
fact
him.
he didn't look, it was the fact he looked at him and then passed it.
Yeah,
That's-
but
that's
I think it is
fine.
also fair. We also need to give him some credit for recovering in the second half, but clearly that pass was, diabolical, and that sort of costs him a 6. I'd give him a 5. I don't want to be too harsh on
Four,
Pogba.
mate.
I would give him a 4. No, I don't think, for me personally,
cool.
I don't think he warrants more than a 4. But again, we won
You're
today,
cool.
so I'm not going to be too
You're
harsh.
cool.
No,
Yeah.
not too negative. No.
That's fair.
Saliba done. So we're going to move on to
Ben White.
Partey. Oh no, Ben White. Ben White. Yeah, fucking Ben White. Isn't it? Ben's right.
Yeah.
I'll take this one. I would say 7. I think he
that's
did
what I was
really
thinking.
well, and even when he moved to centre back, they had a
Did his
few
job.
counters and all that nullified it when he
Yeah,
moved to
that's what
centre
I'm
back.
saying. Like, you can see when he put
did
him
well.
up against Saliba next to him, it worked well.
Mm.
So why can't
Yeah,
we
it
start
does.
with that? That's all I'm saying. I wasn't saying sell Gabriel. I'm saying, right, I would think Saliba and Ben White would be a better partnership right now until he gets his confidence back in training. Get your confidence back in training to then go back on the pitch. That's how you fight for positions. If you can't do that, then you're not cut out to be an Arsenal player. Simples. You ain't got the minerals to be an Arsenal man. Right? Or maybe you do these days because our standards are that low. Thomas Partey. Well, no, the Arsenal fans level are that low. Thomas Partey, TTT. I'll go Thomas Partey. 6 for my birthday party. I'm gonna give him a 7. Banging goal. Really impressed with the way he controls the midfield, as usual. So I wouldn't go any higher than that. I'd give him a 7 for me.
I disagree. I mean, you know, for the way he was able to control the game and also for that goal and also get involved with the goals, he should have an 8 for me. And Natster, what do you think about that, mate?
Yeah,
7 or an 8, but again, it's your call, Stephen.
I'm fine. I hear Manny's point on that one. I'll go right in. Granit Xhaka.
You can take this one, Manny.
I'd probably give him a 7.
I was going to say 7. Oh, yes. 7. 7?
Yeah.
Yeah, 7.
7.
Yeah, 7. Yeah,
Yeah.
So, okay. Odegaard.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, man.
I'll give him. He's between a 6 or a 7 for me.
Because he scored, I'll give him a 7. And in the second half, he was ticking things over fairly nicely.
He scored. It's my birthday. I'm feeling positive. 7.
Yeah, 7. And also, let's not forget, he had a pretty good role in Reece Nelson's second goal where he was sort of shaking everyone off. He passed it to Jesus, who provided the assist. So,
right,
7's perfect.
So we've done that one. Bukayo Saka, I'm going to give a box standard. I'm not even going to mark him, to be fair. He had literally 20 minutes in the game. No, we can mark him, actually. See, he got the assist, didn't he?
Yeah.
Bang it. I'm going to give him a 7. He got a banging assist.
And he was very effective as well when he was, playing.
Yeah, 7.
That's fair enough.
So the only reason he doesn't get higher is because he didn't spend long on the pitch.
Mm.
Jesus. This guy gets a 6 for me.
Yeah. I wouldn't put
he
him
needs to score. That last chance, he should have fucking buried. That was screaming to be scored. This is what I've been warning people about, but apparently I'm too negative. But there you go. Maybe we should check Lucas' channel out. That's more negative than me. Sorry, I had to say that. But it is true. I've been more positive than some channels. Like, honestly. Martinelli.
I can take this one. I will give him an 8. I think he was very, very good today. And yes, he came off at like 60 minutes, but what he did do on the pitch, he scored, very effective. Yeah. And the fact that Tommy actually weren't overlapping him as well. 8 for me.
Right. Substitutes. We'll start with the glaring obvious one. Reece Nelson is a 9.
Unanimous.
If he got the third goal, it would have been a 10.
Yep.
But 9 has come off the bench even, and outperformed someone who apparently is supposed to be our second striker. Makes sense, doesn't it?
I'll probably give him a 10 just for the fact that he just completely outshone and overrided Nketiah in every department.
Has got a point.
I would personally give him a 10. Just the fact he hasn't played at all this season. Even I've been questioning whether he should have been loaned out or sold. And then he comes in and does that after Eddie Nketiah stunk it out week after week.
Let's just go quickly. We go for the rest of the subs. Tierney. Did decently. I'd say a 6.
Yep.
Yeah.
Same as Tommy Aston.
Yeah.
See, I'm good at calling these things. Who else is there? We're gonna go Eddie Nketiah. 5.
5 for me.
Yeah. No more than
He didn't
5.
do anything. This is the difference. In 20 minutes, Reece Nelson has scored 2 goals. In 20 minutes Nketiah's on, he did fuck all. Fuad, can you see the fucking logic? Like, he's not good enough. Like, and you're only the only reason you're supporting him is because it's got to be because Arteta believes in him. It's got to be. It can't be any other reasons. There's no reason to back this guy. He held this club to ransom to get the contract he wanted, to get the shirt number he wanted, and then he fucking stinks it out and only does it against Bodo Glimt or Zurich. No offence to them. Good fucking bunch of supporters. But then, that's the only ones he does it against. Fuck off, man. Like, 100 grand a week just to score against piss teams like that. I've seen fucking League 2 teams take on people that size and only get paid 500 quid. And you're telling me he deserves 100 grand a week to do that? Come on. Jesus Christ, man. Come on.
Nick and a living.
Nick and a living. Ozil did that.
But to be honest, with that nice little piece that you said, Stephen, I would probably give him a 4. The fact that he just did very little.
No, but it's just because
Even in the game.
like, there's nothing you can base it on. Like, because he actually done nothing, so it's just a box standard 5.
Yep.
I would give him
I
a
agree.
4.
Because everyone for me, the way it works for me, if you do nothing in the game, it's a box standard 5. Like, if you come on as a substitute and can't produce anything, it's a 5. Right? But you mark yourself like between you start at 5 and then it either goes up or it goes down, depending on what your performance is.
And especially in his case, if he had come on and had a couple of chances and he completely missed them, I mean, I'd definitely give him
a
a
higher
4 or
score
less.
because he at least got involved. I would have said, yeah, a 6. All right, you missed the chances, but you got involved. You were creative. You were like dragging defenders out of position. You were helping us create chances. He doesn't even do that. You take Jesus on for Nketiah, we've got no fucking attacker left. Because there's no space. Because he doesn't run. Simple. Suarez. I thought he was good. To be fair, when he came on, Suarez. To be fair. I'd say a 6. Or 7.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
6? Okay. And then Fabio Vieira. 6.
Box standard 6.
Yeah, and then manager. I'm gonna say an 8.
Yeah, I agree with that. Wasn't quite 9 or 10 out of 10.
The lineup was a bit dodgy, which meant we struggled in the first half. The second half saw the problems, immediately addressed them. The Nelson substitution was inspired. Right, to be honest, great substitution there. Right, and then also being proactive before that to make sure that we actually killed the team off. So, yeah, an 8 for me for good performance. But yeah, but big up everyone that's watching. Sorry if I'm going dark because it's gone dark in this room. But yeah, last question, guys. Going into the next game, what do you going into Zurich? I'm not going to count Zurich because that should be done, finished, right? I'm talking about Chelsea. I need one thing. I need Gabriel dropped for Chelsea. If we drop Gabriel for a game against Chelsea and put Ben White there, we'll probably win. I do believe we'll win. It will be tough though. Especially, I think we're playing away, aren't we?
Yeah.
It's going to be tough. But, yeah, like I said, anyway, I said it won't be too long. I need to get some rest before the F1 tonight. So, big ups to everyone that's tuned in. If you have missed it, please go back and watch. Great points have been made. Any further points that we've not raised, we will raise them in the Arsenal Gossip column during the week. If you want to relay those points that I need to make, do message me at SFeatley on Twitter and Instagram, at SFeatley. Take the TV off on there, on my name tag, and just you'll find it. And you can message me any points you want me to raise up, or you want to raise up. So yeah, thanks Natstar for coming on.
Pleasure.
Manny, thanks again, Bob, as always. But we're gonna leave it there. Make sure you hit the like, share, subscribe, donate, do all that, please. It really does help to charity. And yeah, 5-0.